Support for these videos are made possible from a building capacity grant and by the cooperation of public and private partnerships in Macoupin County. Off camera, we have a young man, Tyler, that has experienced firsthand with synthetic drugs. Tyler, based on your experience, and I assume it was a bad experience, how widespread do you think these synthetic drugs are in our communities?
Well, in my community in particular, I could get a name list of all the kids in our school, and I would say almost half of them, maybe even more, their names would be checked off. Most kids in my grade, grades above me, do synthetic drugs even on a daily basis. And even most people that I've seen from ages of 18 up that are doing it do it every day, even maybe every couple hours. It's a lot worse than most people.
We have a panel of experts that are going to try to address this very serious problem. Paula, from a public health perspective, what exactly are synthetic drugs?
From the health department's perspective, we recognize them as synthetic marijuana and the synthetic stimulants. There's two different types. They are being sold under various names, K2, Spice, Bad Hatter, Bath Salts, and the list goes on and on and on. And we're finding through our work that there are a lot of people within our county who are using this drug and who have become addicted to it and have had major negative side effects from it.
State's Attorney Watson, there's still some controversy whether or not these products are legal or illegal. What say you?
These products, the chemical compounds, are federally banned. Illinois recognizes the problems with these particular chemicals, and it has a large list of compounds that are considered to be illegal. As law enforcement officers, when they see a product like this, it should be confiscated and sent to the crime lab for testing to see if it contains one of the banned chemical compounds.
Macoupin County has done something a little different than other municipalities or counties. What speak to the Macoupin County ordinance that's recently passed?
Macoupin County passed an ordinance banning these type of products, your synthetic cannabinoids and your synthetic stimulants. These particular compounds and synthetic drugs are banned. Macoupin County took a broad stance and able to comprehend all different kinds of chemical compounds and include even those that mimic the effect. That way, these new strands that we see coming will cover it.
Sheriff perspective, synthetic drugs problematic in the county and municipalities within the county?
Absolutely. Synthetic drugs are just our latest social problem we in law enforcement have to deal with. Most of the parents of children of the age that would use this now can remember back in the 70s when there was all kinds of drugs being tried out and all kinds of bad results, similar to LSD, bad trips. I think that's akin to what's happening to some of these kids on some of these synthetics. They don't know how it's going to affect them. And it does affect law enforcement and our ability to enforce the laws just simply because it spawns other crimes to support the habits of cases.
Brian, from a parent's perspective, do you feel that these drugs, the synthetic drugs, are targeted and marketed for children?
Absolutely. I mean, they come in names like Scooby Snacks, and they have pretty little package, pretty colorful packaging that are attractive, and other names that mimic popular shows that are marketed to the demographic of the young teen, adolescent, young adult.
Where do the young people find these typically? Where they sold at?
Initially, we were finding them in the convenience stores, at the gas stations, at the smoke shops. But with the laws that have been passed, the ordinances that have been passed, if they are there, they're being dealt out the back door. But mostly, it's become like other illicit drugs, where it's being sold on the street corner by the local drug dealer, and that drug dealer for this particular substance may not be your typical drug dealer. It's some kid that's pretty well off. He's got some money to buy some stuff on the internet, and the capability to get it into his home and out to people in the community.
Serious problem or passing fat from public health perspective? Oh,
The health department definitely looks at this as a serious problem, that we don't see that this drug's going to go away completely. That now that it's made it seem that people continue to use, so we need to continue to do education as our first line of defense.
State's Attorney Watson.
It's a very serious problem. It's one that should not be taken lightly. And it's a very dangerous drug. And those who use it don't know what kind of chemical that you've ingested in your body, which means that law enforcement doesn't know what they're dealing with. And they don't know how that person is going to react to those chemicals.
Sheriff?
I don't think it'll totally be eradicated. The attack is on to try to get it stopped, with our local ordinances and the federal laws and things like that. But, as long as there's money to be made by the unscrupulous people that sell it, they're going to figure out a way to do something, because they've tried it, they found out it's a huge moneymaker. Now they're going to try to work around the system to keep it out there and make those huge profits. So we as parents and law enforcement have to be vigilant, as Brian said, and be aware of what's going on with it and try to stay ahead of the curve.
Brian?
Well, I hope not. It's a passing fad, and unfortunately, I think that would mean that something's going to take its place. So, yes, by all means, as far as law enforcement is concerned, here again, stay vigilant. Listen to the parents, listen to the kids. Try to keep on top of it, and let your higher ups know what's finding out there. I think one of the biggest problems, unlike PCP, the person that's on this isn't necessarily have that amazing strength, this ungodly strength, and be particularly scary or harmful to others, but they're going to be in need of some emotional support. Mental health services are going to need to be called more often for people who are having a bad trip or a bad high, or who have been relatively long time users. There's going to be emotional problems. There's going to be an emotional instability that's right up there with being suicidal.
Tyler, did the experts get it right?
Yeah, I would agree with Brian that the emotional instability is very strong. I've seen a lot of. I would agree with Brian that
Being suicidal.
Tyler, did the experts get it right?
Yeah, I would agree with Brian that the emotional instability is very strong. I've seen a lot of people deal with withdrawals from it, and most of them say it's all about having tried to kill yourself.